Welcome to Florida Man Investing. We're going to start off looking at some markets, checking out the crypto, some NFT projects, a couple stories. All right, let's get started. All right, so let's start off looking at the stock market. Right now, we're running about 0.5% to 0.75% down across the board. We do have a little over 4,000 advancing stocks, but very much just very little gains. Most of those are under and around that 2% mark. All right, so switch over to Bitcoin. So kind of what we're looking at. So anytime you see these green nines that pop up, it's usually a 10 to the change direction. And at the bottom, you see a red 9. We usually trend up. Everything that we look at here, as far as the TTM squeeze, we're kind of moving up. Um, your SMI is we did get a cross back here, which is good. It's kind of when we started printing that first green dot right there. We are printing the green dots. If we do continue this, because we are still under this red sell signal, so we kind of need this to keep coming up before that disappears. But we're looking at, because we're getting a lot of resistance right around that 21.4 is kind of what we're looking at. 21,400 range. We're looking at that's going to kind of be where we're going to hit some resistance. So just kind of keep an eye on that. That's kind of what we're looking at for Bitcoin. But right now we are leaning on, this is on the daily, so we are leaning bullish on the daily. Just kind of check out some other time frames. For the 4 hour, we are starting to print these green dots, and we are starting to move up a little bit on the TTM squeeze. We are starting to turn green here, kind of moving up. So kind of keep an eye. We are looking like, check the 2 hour before. 2 hour, we did get the green 9. We are under a buy signal. So we are looking like we could move up, but I think we're going to hit resistance. Because if you look at the daily, I think we're going to hit resistance around that 21.4 is kind of what we're thinking on Bitcoin. All right, switch over to Ethereum. Right now, we are kind of in this descending channel right now. We did print this red 9, and this is on the daily. We switch over to the 4 hours, see if we're looking any better. The 4 hour, we are coming up. We're just kind of been trading sideways more here on the 4 hour time frame is kind of what we're looking at. I don't see a lot of movement here coming from Ethereum at the moment. We are printing a buy signal on the 2 hour, but the lower the time frame, the less meaning these buy and sell signals have. So, I mean, I would like to see that pop up on the 4 hour before I start leaning more bullish on Ethereum. All right, we're gonna check out ADA right now. We've pretty much been, it's a slight downtrend channel we've been in, but for the most part, it's pretty much sideways. And we're starting to come down here to the bottom of this, and we are starting to print some green dots on the 4 hour. We are getting a little bit of a switch over. We might see a bounce here a little bit because we are starting to come up off the TTM squeeze, so we just might get a small bounce, maybe to the middle part of this channel, which would put it around 45 cents. Just kind of keep an eye on that. It's kind of what we're looking at. Another one, you know, it keeps popping up. Some people like to talk about it, some people don't, but just real quick, just kind of what we're looking at for Terra Luna Classic. We did buy in back here and it went up, and we did sell out. We do not have any position in this, but just kind of just want to show you what we're looking at, how we kept doing these little flags and we kept breaking up, but then we broke down on this last one. So just wanted to kind of show you what we're looking at here. With we have this channel right now that we've been, is descending channel, but we are coming up to the top of it. Down here at the bottoms. Now, if we break out of this, this might continue on up. But right now we are at the top of the channel, so just kind of keep that in mind if you're looking to make an entry on this, or if you're in it and looking for an exit. As of right now, I mean, you almost, if you kind of look here, you almost have this little cup kind of forming here, and it's different than all these others. We were kind of doing that descending triangle look, but right now we're kind of almost creating a cup, making a handle. If it's gonna break out, it might do that, and it might go back to that around that 30,000 point mark is kind of what we're looking at right now. If it does break out, and that to start hitting some back here at some um, previous supports, which resistance at this point. So kind of look at that as kind of what we were looking at for Terra Luna. Like I said, not financial advice. We did catch this breakout. It was pretty decent trades, but as of right now, we are not in it. All right, so just a lot of uncertainty in the markets and just more stuff coming out of Russia. They are illegal annexing the parts of Ukraine. They had some votes there to try to say the people were voting to um, join Russia, and so everyone's been denouncing this, and this is just going to spark off more tensions. You got Ukraine reaching out, trying to become a part of NATO, and this is not ending anytime soon, and this is causing a lot of uncertainty in the markets, and just kind of keep an eye on that. We do have the World Bank chief is warning for a perfect storm for stagflation and global recession, and especially when you have a war going on, that's definitely something that's not good for the markets. And plus, with all this going on, tell me what you think. Do you think a lot more countries are going to adopt crypto since you've seen the dollar has just been on a roar, just tearing through, and a lot of currencies are falling? Do you think that this is going to spark more um, countries moving towards cryptocurrency? Just tell me what you think about that. And one thing we would like to say about the with the markets down and recession and war going on, a lot of times this even goes into like PlayStation games and stuff. You'll see increase in buys in that kind of category because it helps people kind of break away from reality and go into like their own little space. So like in recession times, you'll actually find some uptick in gaming, and this might be our next thing moving into the blockchain because you got blockchain gamers surge as users attempt to stake in crypto. But do you think that this is going to get more adoption now with all this going on when you come into the gaming and NFT space? We think so. And that's why we want to bring up a couple NFT projects that's kind of looking into gamifying and looking to building into the metaverse next. All right, so the next one we want to talk about here for NFT is dot dot creatures. This is something we run across through a couple other projects. Started seeing them, following them, and just kind of check it out. And at first, you just kind of run across it and just go, "Oh, these are cute little voxel style um, NFT gifts. It's pretty cool." And but when you start looking into it more, you figure out it's expanding. They're doing a lot more than just this here. They are creating in the metaverse. We're working with other projects. They're going to be building on the Sandbox game, Unbounded Earth, and Boss Cat Rocket Club. So they are definitely more than just these little gifts. So definitely check them out. Yeah, the dot dot creatures are their site's pretty cool. Pretty good website explaining who they are. There's the different types of creatures they have, the roadmap that they're progressing on, and another thing is they're doxed on Twitter, so go check out these members here, and they are followed by a few projects that um, we stand by, and so that is something that I like to look at too when you start finding other projects that are following other projects that are kind of vouching for them a bit. That kind of helps, especially right now because there's so many rug pulls and so many um, people taking advantage of people in the space right now. So that's one thing I like to follow is who else is following them as other projects, you know. So that's definitely something that I noticed about them. They're not just the creatures, and like I said, they got the dot dot builder. They're helping other projects build in their metaverse. They're building on to other people's metaverse, so definitely check them out. We definitely do like what we found so far, you know, definitely. Yeah, we wanted to get this video out because Unbounded Earth is doing a mint stream on Twitch and doing 12 hours. It's a mint party, and Dot Dot Creatures came up, but unfortunately we couldn't get the video out in time to be like, hey, now go check them out. But so maybe you can still switch over and check out Unbounded Earth, and because they are doing this mint party today. And that's our next project we wanted to bring up because they are doing their weapon mint, and they just relaunched their website. Their new website looks pretty cool, talking about their all the things they've done so far, what they're working on. We're going to have the weapon mint for their Meta Galaxy. As you see, Dot Dot Labs are on their site as a part of their um, stream today, so definitely go check out these other projects too. Definitely highly recommend them. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.